when you look at, what Sim Fubara has gone through in the hands of the FCT minister, and even under the APC administration, you will understand that for him to join the APC is the last thing he would have done, because he fought the battle, solo, and at the end of the day, he threw in the towel. When the suspension came, he did not challenge it in the court of law and all that. But you remember, I was, praising the president that his returning back to office was because of the intervention of the president. So that is what we see in Nigerian democracy, where people are in politics for their selfish interests. They don't care what happens to any other person. They only care about what they want to get and what they want to achieve as a person. You can now see how Sim Fubara has thrown under the bus all the people who supported him at that time. Those who did protest, those who did all kinds of stuff to place their allegiance to him, to support him, and all the members of PDP who rallied around him at that time. Now today, you can see how he has disappointed all of them, dumped them, and then jumped into the people that are oppressing him. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Andy Media TV. We woke up today on Tuesday, being the 9th of December 2025, with the breaking news that the governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, has decamped from People's Democratic Party, the PDP, to join the All Progressive Congress, the APC. You guys will recall that Sim Fubara and his predecessor, and also who is the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister have been in a loggerhead, since Sim Fubara took over government in Rivers State. And both of them have been in the PDP, like father and son. So, and their battle, lingered for quite a whole lot of time until, the president of the country, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, came on board and then issued a state of emergency, which ousted, the governor for 6 months. So the governor was kind of suspended for 6 months. And that suspension drew a lot of outcry from the citizens. Many, said that the suspension was illegal because in Nigerian Constitution, Section 305, which Mr. President cited to suspend the governor and also the members of the House of Assembly, including the deputy governor, there was no provision of such suspension to an elected official of government. So, despite the outcry of the citizens, and the case was filed even up to the Supreme Court, and still today, the Supreme Court is here to decide on that matter. And the governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, have also, served the 6-month suspension and resumed office, I think, in September, 2025. Now, you recall also that during that period, when the sole administrator who was in charge of the affairs of Rivers State was in power, he dissolved the local government election, as well as conducted a fresh election, which the APC, won virtually all the local government, except 3 of the local government, which was won by the People's Democratic Party. When that election was done, I remember that Sim Fubara was still, serving the suspension, the 6-month suspension at that time. And I knew all these things are, a plan to move Sim Fubara from PDP to APC, and then we also join, the APC as the case may be. So because if they are not trying to convert the state to APC state, there's no way the PDP state would have allowed, the APC to clench almost 97% of the local government. So that's when I saw the handwriting on the wall. I knew that Sim Fubara, with the camp, it's not strange to me because I know it's going to happen. And I know, having tested the seat of power, he will want to contest for second term. He would have not joined the party if he's not interested in contesting for the second term. But I know once you enter the test power, see the money that is involved in government and all that, you will be, you will want to continue. Even if you are dying, you will still want to buy from. So that's just what you are seeing right now. So it's something that has been planned, orchestrated, and is now being implemented. So when you look at, what Sim Fubara has gone through in the hands of the FCT minister, and even under the APC administration, you will understand that for him to join the APC is the last thing he would have done, because he fought the battle, solo, and at the end of the day, he threw in the towel. When the suspension came, he did not challenge it in the court of law and all that. But you remember, I was, praising the president that his returning back to office was because of the intervention of the president. So that is what we see in Nigerian democracy, where people are in politics for their selfish interests. They don't care what happens to any other person. They only care about what they want to get and what they want to achieve as a person. That's exactly what is going on. So you can now see how Sim Fubara has thrown under the bus all the people who supported him at that time. Those who did protest, those who did all kinds of stuff to place their allegiance to him, to support him, and all the members of PDP who rallied around him at that time. Now today, you can see how he has disappointed all of them, dump them and then jump into the people that are oppressing him. When the oppressed has now joined the oppressor, then I don't know what to call it, but it's not surprising. It's expected. I know it's going to happen. Even one of my video few weeks ago, I mentioned it, the permutation that I'm seeing that's going to happen. So it wasn't strange to me as a person. It may be strange to some other persons, but I understand Nigerian politics, how they think, how they function. So that is why it wasn't that surprising to me at all. So the situation in Port Harcourt right now in Rivers State is a pointer that politicians cannot be trusted, basically, because they tell you one thing in the morning, they do something else in the night. So when you see politicians fighting in the day, my dear, just beware that in the night, they know where they meet and where they reconcile themselves. So don't put your head when it comes to issues of politicians, because they will just throw you under the bus as far as they satisfy their interests. That's exactly what the Rivers governor has just done. So now you understand that he's coming back for second tenure, because that's the condition for them to support him for second tenure. If he did not decamp to APC, just know he's a one-time governor. That's how they roll. So in politics, a lot of things happen. What you see on the surface is not what happens. At the back room. That's exactly the situation right now. So it's quite surprising to so many people, but for me, it's not surprising to me at all, because if you understand politicians, you got to know that this is expected. Okay. So guys, if you are supported Sim Fubara, during the battle between him and Nyesom Wike, while in PDP, and the battle between him and the State House of Assembly at that time, don't be disappointed. That's how politicians roll. But I believe you must have learned your lessons to understand that next time you see politicians fighting themselves, do not get in the middle so that you don't get caught up with between the crossfire. So that's my advice for you guys. So keep it up, keep it rolling. So similarly, the same issue is happening in Osun State as we speak, where the governor of Osun State, the dancing governor, as he's popularly called, Ademola Adeleke, has also decamped from the PDP to join the Accord Party. Guys, I think it's only Governor Adeleke that I can say has dodged the bullet of the APC, because all the PDP governors who has decamped, the governor of Delta State, the governor of Bayelsa State, the governor of Enugu State, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, that have decamped to join the APC, all of them from the PDP joined the APC. It's only Ademola Adeleke that left the PDP to join a new different party, Accord Party. I know that many people may have not even heard that name, Accord Party. In most of the elections, they are part of those outliers, outlier parties. They are not a mega party like the PDP and the APC, But he joined them, only him understand why he joined them. So probably in Osun State, Accord Party is gaining momentum in the state. And looking at how PDP is already in shambles, and in as much as they are trying to see what they can, salvage to, bounce back. But it's not going to be easy for them, especially when it comes to 2027 general election, which is almost, getting close by. So it's going to take PDP like two cycle of elections for them to, get their ass together. So for Governor Ademola Adeleke to decide to not join the APC, but rather he decided to join the Accord Party, the AP. He didn't join ADC, he joined the Accord Party. And according to him, he said that Accord Party is good at, it's a welfare party, let me put it that way. So, and that welfareism is part of his government. It's basically the bedrock of his government, trying to, ensure the welfare of the citizens of the states are well taken care of. So that is one of his major motive of joining the Accord Party. So if you do a review of, political parties and their performance in Osun State, you're going to find out that Accord Party is kind of party that is, gaining some ground in the state. So he felt that because his election is limited to his state, basically. So he felt that Accord Party going to help him drive, his performance, and then he'll be able to secure the ticket for his second term. So, well, I don't know, but I think, like I've advised the PDP, that what they would have done is kind of rebrand the party. All right, it's good what is happening to PDP, because it will allow all those who are not, with the party, or who no more have their mind in the party, to leave. By the time they leave, whoever remains in PDP will be the people that really want PDP, so they can be able to rebuild the party from the scratch. But for them, they should understand, while rebuilding the party, that it's going to take them a whole lot of years ahead before they can consolidate themselves to be able to talk about winning major elections. So that's what it is. So they have to be patient and then focus on building the party from the scratch all over again. So if I were them, if they want, they can jettison the name PDP, rebrand it to a new name, and do whatever refining they can do to INEC and be able to, get the party running, so that it will be a brand name, a brand image, a brand everything, change their logo or whatever they need to do just to get the party afresh to the minds of the people. So that's what they will they will do, because the way all their governors, first-time governors, are decamping to join the APC, except Ademola Adeleke, who just joined the Accord Party, which is quite strange, So, which means for those who are giving all kinds of excuses that, aligning with the center, working with the president is going to make their state to be more better off and stuff like that, like the Enugu governor gave Pitamba, you can see Adeleke went to a different party. So it's not about, you can be in a different party and still partner with the federal government to do whatever you want to do, just like the Abia State governor, was doing. But for Abia governor, nobody knows, where he's heading to, whether he's going to remain in Labour Party or whether he's going to join the APC or any other different party, maybe ADC. Nobody knows. But we're going to see in the coming days how, it's going to unfold. As 2027 is coming closer, you're going to see more actions, more defections. You're going to see a lot of things, happen in the political space. But be it as it may, is glad to put it out there for you guys to know what's going on, within the political space in Nigeria. For those who are decamping, almost all of them, all the decampees from PDP to APC have been first-time governors. So they have the same characteristics. Their mission is to secure ticket for their second tenure and to be able to win second tenure. That is just their goal. So their goal is more or less personal. It's not about the state. It's not about the citizens. It's not about the democratic dividend, because go back to their states and find out what are they doing already, to better the lives of the people or to even secure their state. With the insecurity going on everywhere in the country, what are those state governors doing with all the fat allocation they are collecting from the federal government, plus their security votes? So what are their performances in terms of all these issues? In terms of the hunger in the country, what are they doing to alleviate poverty in their states? This would have been the main yardstick for them to decide whatever they want to do, for the state. So that's where I'm trying to bring it up to you, that their intentions, the campaign from PDP to APC or to Accord Party, is not about the state. It's not about for the citizens of the state. It's about their personal political ambition. That's what it is. For me, I think I'm quite surprised, that Adeleke joined the Accord Party. I know it was warming up to the camp, but I was thinking it may be APC or ADC. So, but joining Accord Party, for me, it sounds strange to me, but we continue to dig to find out, reasons behind this defection, not just what he was telling us that Accord Party is all about welfare and stuff like that. So we're going to find out the truth as the day goes on, what exactly prompted him to join the Accord Party, a party that is not too familiar, not too well known in the country, a party that doesn't have, wider coverage, nor even have, people in political positions, just like we have the APC that controls so many states, or PDP and all that. So, but, well, we're going to see what his impact is going to bring for Accord Party in Osun State and maybe beyond. So, the people of Accord Party, you just caught a big fish, because today as we speak, Osun State is now Accord Party, right? It's now a welfare state. So, he was able to dodge the APC. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he dodged their bullet, the APC bullet, catching first-time governors. They casted that net to catch all the first-time governors. But Governor Ademola, the dancing governor, has dodged that bullet. Well, I would say congratulations to him joining Accord Party. But the main focus of democracy is to provide security and welfare to the citizens. So that's the main thing. So anything outside that, you're on your own. So guys, it is what it is. Politicians are always politicians. They do what benefits them. They say there is no permanent friend or permanent enemy in politics. That only thing that is permanent in politics is personal interest. It's all about personal interest. So as they are pursuing their interests, so you that want to kill yourself for them, you that want to put your neck on the line for them, just know that they are fighting for themselves and their families. So you better advise yourself. Don't put yourself in crossfire. Don't go and die for any politicians. Don't go and abuse people on social media and everywhere because you are supporting, a candidate or whatever. Don't forget that life goes on after politics. And those people you think you are supporting, time will come, they will leave the position. What next for you when you have drawn so many enemies around you? So let's wake up and focus on ensuring that we hold our government accountable, that they do what is right, that can help and improve the lives of the people. The poverty is getting deeper and deeper by the day. Insecurity is getting worse by the day. So what are we going to do about that? How do we hold these guys who are manning political position accountable to do what is right? That is the question. That is where me and you comes in. So it's not about politicking. It's about delivering the democratic dividend to the people. So guys, whoever you are supporting, hold the person accountable. Keep asking that salient question. How does your governance benefit the people? These decisions you are making, jumping from one party to another, how does it benefit the people? That is the question. So the 4 years you already have that you're about to complete, what have you done to change the lives of the people? Vis-a-vis the allocations you have been receiving. That is the question we need to put out there. The things that they are put in the budget, how are they implementing it? Are they really doing it? or are the monies finding their way to offshore accounts? This is your responsibility as a citizen to hold this government accountable. Now you can see the situation in Benin Republic, where some military guys were, attempting to overthrow the government, the democratic government in Benin Republic. And you saw what Nigeria did. The moment they call on Nigeria, they were able to send attack helicopters and fighter jets to be able to attack those coup plotters. But in Nigeria, they are crying for years, asking government to intervene in this insecurity going on in the country. What happened? Nothing. They kidnap people at will, kidnap pupils at will, kidnap residents at will, and nothing happens. But Benin Republic, just our neighbor, just made a call, and Nigeria intervened. So that tells you something, that the government in question, they are not interested in dealing with internal security, but they want to be a big brother to other nations. That's what I call charity begins from abroad. It's no more charity begins at home. Because if charity begins at home, the government would have tackled our own internal security problems before lending hand to others. There's nothing wrong helping being a big brother to other nations or helping other nations who are in crisis. There's nothing wrong with that. But not dealing with your own internal problem, but focus on dealing with other people's problem. That's a red flag. So he who cannot fend for his own family is worse than an infidel. That's what I learned from my book, the Bible. So guys, I don't know what's going on, but we keep our hand crossed and keep our eyes open to see the direction things are going. So we do hope that our military guys who are being held in Burkina Faso, the Nigerian government should be able to, open up a diplomatic talks with the countries to be able to get them back. So we got the wind that Nigerian military aircraft, had an emergency landing in Burkina Faso, and they were held for violating, their airspace. So there have been some, kind of back and forth, going on between the countries. We have seen the videos they are making, kind of saying that we shoot down any aircraft that comes into their airspace. So, but I believe that the Nigerian government has to do the needful to get these guys, back and resolve whatever differences that emergency landing might have, brought up. So, guys, I don't know what your views are, in relation to all this, the campaign. But I know you too, watching this video, may be surprised, why Ademola Adeleke joined the Accord Party instead of the APC or the AD that are kind of making waves. So I don't know. Let me hear from you. What do you think? What do you think is his, goal? What do you think is his ambition joining that party? What do you think is planning or cooking through Accord Party? Let us know in the comment section. The comment section is open for you, and be respectful, in your comment. All right. So, guys, we see how things play out. So, for those who supported Sim Fubara, don't be disappointed, and don't be worried. That's how politicians behave. Okay. So, in next time, you learn your lessons now to know where to pinch your tent. If they have their fight, just leave them to do their fight. It's just like Natasha and Akpabio's fight. Till today now, that issue is kind of going down, and I think the Senate president was even invited in Kogi State by Natasha to come and commission whatever they did there and all that. So you can see political fights, they know themselves, they know how they resolve their issues. So don't be caught up in their problem. That is my advice for you. Well, I wish Sim Fubara, good luck in his quest to be an APC member. At least by now, the House of Assembly and the Sim Fubara will be at peace because they are now one party, so there's no fight anymore. And also, the governor that joined the Accord Party from Osun State, Governor Ademola Adeleke, our dancing governor. Well, I wish you all the best in Accord Party, and congratulations to Accord Party for catching, one of the big fish, one of the governors. So, guys, it is what it is. Politics is politics. No permanent friend, no permanent enemy, just permanent interest. So, I'm going to see you guys in my next video. But before I leave, if you are new to this channel, please kindly like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and put on the notification bell so that when my next new video drop, you will be among those that will be notified, so that you will catch this information as they hot. All right, don't miss out on anything. I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and for those who have subscribed already, thank you for doing so. I'll see you in my next video. I'm signing out. See ya.